Welcome back to the Quaker Sports Recap. It was a big week for Quaker Sports with a lot of rivalry games on the calendar. I stopped by boys JV lacrosse, girls lacrosse, flag football, baseball, and unified basketball, and softball, which I'll tell you about next. Let's get right to it. On Thursday, the New York State number 4 ranked Class AA softball team, the Orchard Park Quakers, took the field against the Clarence Red Devils. The weather was perfect, and so were our Quakers. After a 3-up, 3-down, top of the first, powered by impressive pitching by Ava Farina, it was time for the offense to shine. And shine they did. Mackenzie McCann led off with a hit and a stolen base, and the Quakers never looked back. The hits kept coming, and the Quakers went through their lineup, finishing the inning with a 10-0 lead. The Quakers extended that lead to 12-0 after 2 innings, and added a run in the 3rd and 4th inning. After stymieing Clarence again in the top of the 5th, the game was called, with the Quakers leading 14-0, leaving fans happy, but wanting to see more. After the game, I caught up with the team to talk about the blowout win.
I'm here with the softball team after a 14-0 win over Clarence. Congratulations. And my first question is for the captains. How do you guys keep the team grounded after a hot 6-0 start so far? How do you keep them grounded to keep the momentum?
I think we just have a lot of trust in each other, and it's able to carry in. Our dugout has a lot of energy, and that helps produce runs to support our pitchers, and obviously our pitcher is very dominant out there.
What do you think was the bigger factor in today's game? The 0 runs against the outfield, or all the hits? You're like the Yankees out there.
We're really focusing on one pitch, one inning at a time, and for us to come out that strong in the first inning with our bats, I think, hitting in the past has kind of been our struggle. So for us to really focus on that this year and have quality at bats, it's really coming along and working out for us.
How do you get the team prepared for a doubleheader on Saturday?
We're just excited to be playing and to be in good weather. Again, this year we're really just focusing one game at a time, and we just want to be on the field together with our teammates and having fun out there.
The more the merrier.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, thank you.
Softball is on a roll and a force to be reckoned with in New York State. Of course, softball wasn't the only team with games last week. Let's see how all of our teams did. New York State number 4 ranked girls softball continued their winning ways with 3 dominant wins for the week. Girls lacrosse crushed Salamanca 24-2. Ella Fergucci led the team in points this week with 7 goals and 17 points, and Mia Bradley finished second in points for the team with 3 goals and 13 points. Boys lacrosse beat rival Lancaster in a shortened game, shutting them out 6-0, while JV beat up East Aurora 14-5. Boys tennis dominated Will North, winning 5-0. Varsity baseball beat West Seneca West back-to-back this week. The whole win featured a monster home run in the first by slugger Zach Nalawadi, setting the tone for the game. JV baseball shut out West Seneca West on Thursday, winning 18-0. It was all wins in flag football this week, and varsity flag football won both of their games, and JV flag football won their game over Silver Creek. Varsity's game against West Seneca featured another strong defensive effort with big plays at key times. Boys track and field placed 7th overall at the West Seneca West Early Bird Classic, highlighted by a first place in a 4x400 relay. Girls track and field placed 3rd overall at the same meet, scoring an impressive 10 top 3 finishes. Unified basketball opened their season with a hard-fought 36-32 victory over Hamburg in front of a packed OP crowd. The team truly appreciates all the support from Quaker Nation. Great job, Quakers. Up next, we have a Summer So Question segment with boys track and cross-country runner Jackson Russo. Let's learn a little bit more about Jackson.
What's your favorite memory of high school so far?
My favorite memory of high school so far would probably just hanging out in Mrs. Farrell's room, 7th period for public speaking. Mrs. Farrell always had really funny stories to talk about.
If you could give one piece of advice to an incoming freshman, what would it be?
Personally, I'd say, and this is going to be a surprise to everybody, but I'd say, don't be stressed about trying to take AP classes. A lot of times, I learned this from an outside source, a lot of times when you go into college, they want you to take your specific course, so you end up taking the AP courses again. Yeah. Obviously, if you're taking an AP class that's not it's not a bad thing. If you can do it, that's awesome. But if you're stressing over it, it's always all right to take like a Regents course or a general course. So.
Which would be harder, running the 400 hurdles backwards or doing the high jump with your shoelaces tied together? You might die doing that.
I'd say doing the high jump with your shoelaces tied together. I would never be able to run like that, so I can't imagine trying to jump that fence with your shoes tied, so gain the head start.
If you were to make a perfect sandwich, what would you put on it?
Ooh, I do roast beef, I do mustard, and I do lettuce.
Ooh. What are 3 things on your bucket list for life?
Travel the world, become a millionaire, and fly in a private jet.
Oh, wow. You're living like some athlete, rapper,
Yeah.
pop singer type life there. What is the most important, being very nice or being very successful?
I think kindness is always key first. Everybody looks towards that. I feel like you'll gain more respect from others, especially if you're kind.
And kindness leads to success in life.
Yes.
What is one celebrity couple that you would like to see that isn't existing yet?
I mean, I don't really care about that type of stuff, but I kind of already like Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld.
All right,
together
the
already.
best answer.
Thank you for watching this week's Quaker Sports Recap. With over 40 games on the calendar, I hope that you are able to get out and cheer on our student athletes. Hopefully, I will see you at a game, match, and meet, so together we can shout, Go